Rabies is one of the most deadly and dangerous diseases known to humankind. Any warm-blooded animal, so any mammal, is capable of catching rabies, and the virus is transmitted in the saliva. So the typical or the most sort of common known is when someone receives a bite from an infected animal, and classically, and one of the main causes of human rabies is dog bites. But also there are other species responsible. So bats are a major concern in Mexico for transmitting rabies to not only humans, dogs, but also other livestock species. But people are often unaware that also it's not just a bite. If you get any lick or scratch on broken skin, that is also a risk. Now, rabies is entirely preventable with vaccinations, but the virus, unfortunately, in a non-vaccinated person who is left untreated, the rabies is almost always 100% fatal. So the vaccination campaigns tie in with our global approach to improving donkey welfare through trying to address those areas that are greatest need. We cannot fill the needs of every vaccination need, but what we can do is address the greatest challenges and the ones that are going to have the most immediate and long-term impact on donkey welfare, but also having a knock-on effect on human welfare as well.
We have a program on vaccination in collaboration with the county government of Lamu. This is vaccination against tetanus in donkeys and rabies. So for rabies, we are doing both donkeys and dogs. So last year and the previous year, we've been only targeting donkeys, but we realized that the causative agent of rabies is being carried in dogs. So for rabies, we target 70% of the dogs, and if it's done for 3 consecutive years, then we will find, we will get the herd immunity, whereby the rest 30% will be difficult to get the disease. For tetanus, we will be doing all donkeys that we will get them, because for tetanus there is no herd immunity, and every donkey is prone to tetanus until they are vaccinated.
We work with government agencies to ensure the recognition of the importance and value of donkeys in a variety of livelihoods. We have begun a 5-year program to support the inclusion of donkeys in rabies prevention and support the generation of data that will support the sustainable representation of donkeys in disease prevention campaigns.
So in working equid communities, we've got humans, and particularly of concern are children. They're living and working in very close contact with their donkey, mule every day. And if that donkey or mule is affected by rabies, and because the signs in the first stages can be so vague, so people might not be aware, there is a real risk that saliva from that infected donkey or mule may in some way be transferred to the human. So that's why, as an equine vet, I think it's really important to raise awareness that, it's not just dogs that carry rabies, it's also the donkeys.